Welcome to this webinar on web accessibility presented by the European Internet Inclusion Initiative, the EIII. The EIII is co-funded by the EU 7 Framework Programme, and I will serve as moderator for today's discussion. I'm a managing director at DACA Advisory, a private sector consultancy. With me here today, I have Dr. Mikael Snapprud from Tingtum. Tingtum, a private sector company, is the lead partner in the EIII consortium, and as CEO, Mikael is the project coordinator. Our guest of honor today is Mr. Frank Fardal. Frank represents Difi, which is the Norwegian Agency for Public Management and E-Government. Frank, just to begin, can you give me some more background on Difi and what it actually does?
We are an agency working for the digitalization of Norway. So we have many different parts in the ongoing work, but web accessibility has been with us for several years now, but then not as the supervisory authority, but as an agency trying to increase the knowledge of web accessibility.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit more about the status of web accessibility in Norway today?
We have for several years done an evaluation of public websites. And last summer we had a new law that states that all private and public sector websites and net solutions should follow WCAG. And there are some exceptions to the AA level in regards to multimedia. And we see there are some difficulties in the cost of multimedia production.
Okay, Mikael, let me come back to you on WCAG. And can you tell us a little bit more about EIII project and what role WCAG standards play in that?
WCAG is the guideline which is the basis for the legal development across Europe today. And we see that there has been a number of different tools around, and they are claiming WCAG conformance. And it's really hard to say what would be the most appropriate way to do this. So we set out and try to pursue an open source development in such a way that anyone who's interested in finding out how this is actually done is welcome to review the source code. And we also have an initiative in terms of a WCAG community, so that people can participate in the actual shaping of tests. So anyone who has the competence and interest in this area is more than welcome to join in that community and help out in actually defining how we're going to go about and test the public websites and the private ones across Europe.
Great, and Frank, what role does WCAG play in Norway? You talked about the law that's being implemented this year. What role will it play there, and is WCAG the standard by which public and private sector entities will be judged when it comes to accessibility?
Yeah, WCAG is sort of the standard solution, as Michael says, throughout Europe, and was also the natural choice when we looked into different approaches and standards.
And as a country that's at the forefront of web accessibility, where do you look for best practices and ideas? Do you look within Europe, and if so, where, or do you look on a global basis?
Well, we try to look at the global basis, but so far it's the Netherlands and Germany where we looked into different approaches. And also we're very happy to have Michael, which has his projects and the knowledge in different projects.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mikael, that's one of the benefits of EIII is that it's all over Europe, so you can draw on all the best practices from around the region, I suppose. So how do you see this development moving forward? Do you think that the proposed directive or some sort of European level monitoring will be moving forward, or do you think that it will be more on a regional basis where countries such as Norway push ahead on their own?
I certainly hope that it will be on a European level, but I still think there is room and need for initiatives like the one Frank is heading, so that there can be some early results and early adopters, where the approaches can be approved or adjusted as needed. And one of the important pieces for or arguments for doing this on a European level is that this will facilitate the cross-border exchange of services and applications.
Let me just ask Frank, what tools are you using to evaluate web accessibility?
At the time being, we're doing manual expert tests. So, and that's I think it's not really cost-efficient approach